Hello, welcome back to Volume 10. Today we are defending the shopkeeper. Okay, now you know this is a terrible idea, but you're still headed up to here with being party to the murder of a random trolls. You quickly interpose yourself between Tagiri and the Goldblood. Does he really have to kill this guy, or what it seems to be his first offense? You launch into that impassioned spiel about love and friendship and justice, right? The value for giving a second chance to really hard, blah blah blah. For good measure, you throw in the little side note about Tagiri's favorite shop will close down if he kills this dude. But there shows you're roughly aside and you go carrying into a display full of body pillows. You watch stomach plummeting as Tagiri turns back to the shopkeeper and slowly draws his sword, but then at least a second he reconsiders. Consider yourself lucky in a good mood. If I catch you selling contraband again, your life will be mine. Tagiri strides out of the store holding a fresh copy of the DVD he wanted to exchange. You give the shopkeeper a vaguely apologetic look and rush out of the store behind him. Phew, that was a close one. You thank Tagiri profusely for listening to a dumb little speech about whatever it was you said, unless you already forgot. You're clearly new to this planet. I felt pity for your naivete, but I should have just killed him. That is a legally prescribed punishment for such crime as this. Actually, it is legally prescribed punishment for most crimes. I should have separated him from his hand. But I looked into your pleading eyes and I saw. Tagiri goes quiet. You will describe the science as being particularly brooding. There's a lot of science like that on this planet. Then finally he speaks. A lot of monologue, anime monologue. Isn't my first time. It was just over a sweep ago, I believe. I was patrolling the hive patch in search of evildoers when I caught the unmistakable scent of smoke in the air. Upon pursuing the lead, I saw a hive, partially collapsed, partially on fire. My sting flared and I rushed to help. An innocent soul was trapped there. As I was helping the girl bandage her wounds, it occurred to me that I had more grievous error in my judgment. Troll below a certain age without a lusus or a proper hive are considered unviable and slated to be cooked. By rights, I should have put her out of her misery the moment I realized my mistake, and yet a look in her deep grey eyes drew from the pain of loss and I sheathed my blade. In fact, even though she is hiveless and lususless, I remain in contact with her to this day. Knowing deep down that one day I must kill her, the law demands it. But I haven't. I don't know if I could. Why does my conviction weaver a time like this? If he's talking about what you think he's talking about, you're pretty sure he couldn't kill her even if he tried. You say so? But that's the not point there. The point is he's feeling some real true and deep emotion with you. Ooh. I cannot recall what girl had lost her lusus and the hive. Nothing comes out, so I don't know. His friend is basically in the bag, just gotta drop some sweeping big wisdom that makes him feel better about potentially not being an unthinking cog into Alternia murder machine. You offer a light suggestion that maybe that is legal, what is just always the same thing, just a little tough. Maybe he's doing the right thing, overlooking her situation because of how obviously fucked up he is to be homeless orphan. He goes silent for a long time, chewing his bottom lip. Oh, you think, you mean like Polygon, right? You're naive, uncultured, unenlightened. I think it's Polygon, I could be wrong. Well, thanks. You think the word is simple, like a cartoon for children? Cartoons are great, fuck off. This is Alternia, a land ruled by cold logic, where men, such as myself, must take the hard decision. It's not easy being dedicated to the code of law. It asks much of us and gives us a little in return, but it gives us order, keeps the beast at bay. If you were to question it, what then? Oh, I begin to wonder if it is unjust for a blue blood to command his servant, for imperial drones to cool them firm, for us to obey the ever-changing whims of the Alternian royalty. It takes a lot of effort to suppress your... well, yeah, for the sake of this burgeoning friendship, you allow him to continue his monologue. Rides the street, troll killing troll, even more than usual, I mean. No, I cannot waver. These hands must remain steady and true. But I feel a pull towards the scorching fangs of the light, I must continue my path and remain in the tender, righteous embrace of the dark. Through my blade, intellect, my sensei, justice, my only companion on this lonely road. It goes on like that for quite a while. It all starts to mumble to get in your head, and you lose your count of how many times this person screamed about justice and truth being smarter than all the other trolls in the room. I don't know if you see, there's a lot of flickering like right now. So I'm maybe gonna reset, I don't know. He honestly sounds you like just lonely. You know a lot, I apologize, I have absolutely no idea why. You know a lot about loneliness and the poor management therefore. Some people throw themselves into their nerdy anime hobby, and others become obsessed with making friends no matter what the cost their mental or physical well-being. But only because I know so much about anime, I'm not obsessed. I don't have a collection. I don't have a pillow. I don't have a action figure too. He just needs a couple of good pals to remind him what it's like to have a heart. If you try to tell him that, he will probably just respond with another long, winding monologue, like stolen from an anime he watched recently. Maybe you should just let him vent. You have my thanks for lending your ear. Oh, a compliment bringing you out of your reverie. Nothing interrupts the old introspection machine like the opportunity to chug on the succulent ambrosia that is any kind of praise of gratitude. It's no big deal, you tell him. You're a great listener. It's what friends are for. Has he ever considered having more friends, like you for example? He opens his mouth like he's about to reiterate the whole lone swordman thing. You know, you hastily try to change the topic. What's with his eyes? Most trolls you've seen have had grey irises, and those who didn't follow the typical biological trend of displaying their blood color. Tegiri poses his grip tensing on his sword as his fangs enter his lip. Oh jeez, this must be his most closely guarded secrets. Have you earned enough trust to hear it? A content lens for cosplay. Oh. Oh, fair enough. Actually, he's cosplaying as a different blood case. Even legal on this planet. If he's doing it, he probably is right. You're sure about us when something distracts you the sight of another troll standing in front of you. Tegiri is hive using a shelter from the rising sun. They are pacing back and forth with precise movement, glancing at one of the windows almost like they are plotting to break in, and when they hear footsteps approaching, they perk up and wheel their head round. Hey, wait a second, you recognize them! Oh, yeah, it's Bolivar! Bolivar spots you before Tegiri spots her. Her expression is hard and stoic, eyes glancing between the two of you, and she assesses the situation. And then like she's throwing on a disguise, her face softens and she smiles. Hey Tags! I was starting to wonder where you were, and if our anime night was cancelled. Your loss is staring at me through the window. I think he think it's funny watching me stuck outside, roasting to death while you are chasing pure beast around the hive touch. Classic Tadashi. Why were you late? Just busier than expected with some work. She shoots you a sharp glance, assembling some new mecha models. Oh, okay, he doesn't know. Okay, perfect. I got you, Polypa. I got you. You know how it is. Ah, yes, of course it is. All too easy to get wrapped up in one hobby. Anyway, the Gundam assembly, of course. Anyway, I didn't realize we have a third for once. Not to mention someone I know. Nani? Nani? You and my new kohai? Fuck you! My kohai, I'm probably older than you, shut up, cunt. Have I already met? She poses, her eyes darting back and forth between you and 2 months more. She seems to be assessing the situation, wearing a look like an assassin trying to evade capture. You recognize that look considering she was literally wearing it the last time you met. We're kinda more ales. Yeet! I guess we are! Whoa, that's absolutely not what you thought you were, but you just kinda nod your head and roll with it. Seems to be what she wants you to do. Oh, Morales. Tegiri's face stands out almost imperceptibly, but you call it. Nothing gets past your whole friend-making eyes. But actually a lot of things get past them, but not this particular thing. You are finally tuned to the nuance of social situation as long as those nuances don't involve making binary choices on which your social future hinges. Well, as you know, I am far too busy to study the blade to pursue quadrants of any sorts. A foolish waste of time were it not for the laws of this land. I will swear off them entirely. Are you sure it isn't that you just can get a date? You don't have to play the mysterious loner, you know. There's other club you could join instead of insisting on running your own. He huffs. Looking away, you hear his lotus barking from behind the window, and all that sounds like a laughter. Fools mock that which they cannot understand. And to think I was going to congratulate you on finding love. Once you finish your smile about romance being done. Polea gives him a light, friendly whop, which he responds to with a smile. You can tell the exchange is friendly, not only because he's smiling, but because he's still standing. Enough banter. The harsh glare of the sun begins to crest, and we have to extend Alternia animation into indulging. I'll allow you both to spend the day at my hive. If needed, there's space. Shish! Shit! Slumber partying with more than a participant even? That's good, that word extra friend points. You are so in. Yes! Anime night! That's what we're waiting for. Anime day night. Shelter from the broiling devil orb in the sky barely even registers to you as a added bonus. Polypods smile at you and as three of you enter Tagiri's hive. Did you just hide it? What was that? What was that? Did you just hide the fact that we're in a game? Is that a full wall? Motherfucker, is that was a full wall? Look at that shit. I saw that, motherfucker. There's a full wall block. He says something. Tagiri covers up all his windows to block out the sun, and then starts up the new copy of his DVD, which thankfully seems to meet his standards this time. You sadly lit on the couch, bask in the warm glow of friendship, and prepare to lose yourself to hours of the beautiful, wonderful animes. Doggy! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the episode! I hope you enjoyed. Today is we end with the anime, and we start with something new. Goodbye!